Hello and welcome. Today what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to make a climate graph using Google Sheets. Now, how you go about that is you have to select your data. Now I happen to have pulled some up here of Ottawa, Canada. So all I'm going to do is take this data here and select it. So here goes. Notice I'm not taking the title. So there I have the data very nicely selected. Again, I did not take the data. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over and select a chart. Okay, now my chart editor is up. Now that the chart editor is up, I will go to Charts and select my chart. Now I'm going to select a line chart, and the type of chart I'm going to select from there is a combination of a column chart and a line graph. Now when it comes to climate graphs, you need to know a couple of things. First, that the line graph part is supposed to be the temperature. In this particular case, it is precipitation, so we're going to have to change that. The bar graph section is supposed to be the precipitation. In this case, it's the temperature, so we have to reverse these two things. Okay, so let's get started, and how we do that is we go to Customize. Now, the first thing we do is we go down to Customize Things to Do is a chart title. So let's put in our title, Ottawa, Canada. And then we will just continue to scroll down. As we continue to scroll down, you will see that we come to the horizontal axes. Let's label that since we know what it is, and it is correct. It is the month. And so we'll just label month. So right down here, our axes is the months. Now they look pretty sloppy. Let's slant them a little. Let's slant them, say, by 60 degrees. It'll look a little better. So how you do that is you come over here, you see slant labels, click on the auto, and just go 60 degrees. Now they will disappear, but you know that's September, November, December. So now that you've done that, let's slip down, and now you'll see that our monthly temperature series, the blue, which is the bar graph, let's just go down, and we know, or I've already told you, that we don't want a bar graph for our temperature line. We want a line graph. So we change it from columns to lines. And there we have a nice line graph. Okay, now we want our temperature recorded on this axis here. That's our left axis, and it's already set at our left axis. So everything appears good there. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to be able to go along here. And you can see as I'm dragging along that I can interact with my chart and see the different temperatures by the month. But I can't see the points. I want to be able to see those points. So I'm going to change the point size here to about 2. See, that's a nice spot. If I wanted to, I might make it 7. 7's a little too big. Let's go back to 2. So there's 2, and you can clearly see now when I drag, I can touch, and I can see it's interactive. Okay, I'm happy with this line graph now. Now, let's talk about the precipitation. Not happy with this at all. It's supposed to be a bar graph. So let's go back up. Here's my series here. Let's change the series to precipitation. Now, I go down, and it says it's a line graph, and I don't want it. I want columns. Now that's much better to have columns. Unfortunately, the graph looks like crap. And the reason the graph looks like crap is because this 0 line is in the right spot for temperature, but it's in the wrong spot for precipitation. We want it at the bottom. So how do we do that? We change the axis side from the left axis, which is these numbers. We want to put them on the right side. So we just simply take the axes and click right axis. Now our precipitation is on the right axis. And it starts at 50. I could change it to 0 to 100 by scrolling down, and I'm not going to do that. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Now let's go up and label our axes. So first, here's our axis, horizontal, it says month. That's correct. Let's scroll down. There's our left vertical. This is our left vertical right here. We know that that's temperature, so let's label it as temperature. And it's in degrees Celsius. So now let's go to our right vertical, and you will see our right vertical here is precipitation. So we will type in precipitation, and it's in millimeters. Don't forget your units. And you can see where it says minimum and maximum here. If I wanted to change this, I could have put my minimum at 0 and my maximum at 100. As soon as I didn't even have to put the maximum in, it's 100, it's a default. You can see there, that just looks crazy. So I'm going to go back and get rid of 0 because might as well just start at 50 and just click away. So it starts at 50 automatically. And it just looks neater as a chart. Okay, now let's insert the chart into our data. And let's click on the chart and make sure that we have the eye selected. Now that this eye is selected, I can come over here and I can move the chart over. And there you basically have a precipitation chart of Ottawa, Canada, made from Google Spreadsheets. I hope that helps you and you understand them. To understand how to read a climate graph, please see my next video. Okay, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.